What's up? Dennis here, Analog Archives. All right, today we're going to do compilation records I kind of grew up with, different bands I heard on these compilations for the first time. So uh, it's all 80s, I think. I don't think there's anything in the 90s. It's all 80s stuff. A lot of demo stuff on this that I first heard. So yeah, cool stuff. Alternate versions, versions that were only on these compilations. So pretty cool. Kind of like a time capsule. Go back, check these out, see some of these bands that were on these compilations. I'll play a little bit of music here in a minute. What we're drinking today is a Thank You Very Much from Dust Bowl Brewing. This is a mega IPA. And I think it's Big Beer Series. Don't see. Someone gave me this beer, so 14.2%, 14.3%. So pretty strong beer. Let's take a sip. All right. Cheers, Mr. Peabody. Oh, wow. That's really good. Really smooth. Super tasty. Dust Bowl is always good. I don't know where Dust Bowl is. I want to say it's in California, but not 100% positive, but always have good beer. Thank you very much. Really good stuff. Mega IPA. I've never had a mega IPA. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's start. Let me pull this record because, hold on. Fuck. All right, I was playing this earlier, but I'm gonna put it on right now, so might as well. Speed Metal Hell, Volume 3. Yeah, look at that Drew Elliott art. So on here you got Pap Smear. I've played some Pap Smear on here before. From Vegas. Demo song. Wehrmacht, Night of Pain. That's a demo version. Necropolis, really good thrash band. From Laguna Beach. Silent Scream, it's a sick one. I think this is a different. I think there's two Necropolis. One, this band, and another band from Georgia, Atlanta, I think. Dream Death, Method to Madness. Again, demo version. Regurgitation, Pesticide. Pre-OLD, Old Lady Drivers, with Jim Plotkin. Good shit, man. That shit rips. Necrophagia, Power Through Darkness, demo track. Blood Feast, Suicidal Mission on side 2. Prong, Disbelief, Metal Onslaught, Primal Scream. The Kill, Killer Be Killed, and Outrage, Under Control of Law. All really good, real good shit. I'm only I do have these in order, kind of. I do have 1 and 2, but for the sake of me playing this, I'll just fucking wanted to go over this one first, so let's check it out. And this is Pap Smear. All right. Up next, we have Total Destruction. And this is kind of like a Metal Blade Records version of like best of type songs. I don't know, honestly. I think they're from the Metal Massacre series, maybe. It's got a really cool cover. On here you got Bitch, Be My Slave, Slayer, Die by the Sword, the original mix. Obsession, The Execution from the Martial Law EP, Pandemonium, The Prey from Heavy Metal Soldiers, Savage Grace, Dominatrix, Warlord, Child of the Damned from Deliver Us, banger of a track, Trouble, Bastards Will Pay, classic, Witch Killer, Day of the Saxons, another classic, Demon Flight, Search and Destroy, fucking rules, and Bitch, Live for the Whip. So Bitch gets 2 songs on here for some reason. Not super sure why, but hold on, I'm gonna try to grab something real quick. I got all vinyl except for this one record, but the record I have doesn't have a cover, and the cassette I have of the same one does, so I wanted to grab it. Alright, so speaking of that record, we are looking at Thrash Metal Attack on New Renaissance Records, and I think this came out in 86, maybe 87. It's got pretty cool, another more Drew Elliott art that folds out. And then on here you've got Anvil, Bitch, To the Grave, Rabid, Led to the Gallows, fucking banger, Defcon, Red Light, and that's got the dude from Metallica in it. Postmortem, Armies of the Dead, one of my favorite bands. Necrophagia with Young Burial, classic track. Blood Feast, Menacing Thunder, killer. Necropolis, again, which Future Holds the Past. That wasn't the same Necropolis song, was it? No, it's a different one. Cool. Aggression from Canada, Torment of Death, killer. Hell Witch is on here with Torture Chamber. Des Exult with Salvation, banger, dude. Song's sick. I think Des Exult might have been Death Row. They changed their name to Samhain. I can't honestly remember. Wehrmacht, Goreflix, War God, Preserved Corpses, fucking banger right there. Gene Hoglan was in War God. He might be on that track. It's also got Michelle Meldrum on guitar. She also played in Postmortem for a minute. Rabid, Deadly Obsession, and Aggression, Evil Pox. So 2 Aggression songs on here, both fucking rule. Love Aggression, so I'm not mad about that. And here's the vinyl version. That's why I wanted to show the cassette, because the vinyl I have is just this. It's like a promo or something. Doesn't have a cover, so I kind of wanted to show the cover. I should probably get one with a cover, but I mean, I don't guess I don't need that really, but one of the best New Renaissance comps for sure, in my opinion. A lot of these are going to be New Renaissance. New Renaissance was a shit when it came to compilations. And if you guys haven't seen the show Into the Void, I think it's on Prime. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. Maybe Hulu. But it's like a metal docu-series. It's got like Ozzy or Randy Rhoads. It's all like kind of tragic events in some of the ones, and then NME's on there, and it does have Hellion. Can't remember her name in Hellion, but she does one on there, and you know, they were the founders of New Renaissance Records. The other woman on there is, I believe, the founder, and they put out this record label so they could put out Hellion stuff, which is kind of cool. But all the bands were pretty much better than Hellion, in my opinion. Not that I don't like Hellion, it's just not one of my favorites. Alright, let's go to Speed Metal Hell, the OG. On here you got Savage Grace again, Attila, banger of a track, Shining Blade, cool track, Battle Brat's a killer track, Artillery on here, man. The Winch, that's a banger of a track. Medieval's on here. I like the back too because it shows kind of these band photos, stiletto rules. Also like Midnight Vice. These guys are cool. Actually, Midnight Vice and Stiletto are sick. I like both of them. I like all the songs on here. At War's on here. I think they do Rape Chase. Executioner with 2 E's. And Whiplash rounding it out with the demo song, Thrash Till Death. Yeah. Classic. Another classic New Renaissance Records comp. Killer shit. A lot of the only bands I know that came out with full length on here is Savage Grace, Attila, Artillery, Medieval, At War, and Whiplash. All the other bands I don't think ever put out a record, but I could be wrong. They could have like something self-released I don't know about. And this was 1985. This came out. All right, up next. Well, we'll go in order now because Speed Metal Hell 2. Probably my favorite out of a lot of these comps, honestly. When you hear the songs, you'll know why. At War with Rape Chase, Mayhem, Loving Tribute, / Burned Alive, different Mayhem. Sam Hain, Plague of Messiah. Oh, that song's sick. Anvil Bitch with Neckbreaker, another banger. Savage Thrust is on here. Crown of Thorns, Death Thrash with Buried Alive. Side 2, Aggression, Metal Slaughter. Tempter, Don't Get Mad, Get Evil. Flotsam and Jetsam with Hammerhead. War God again with Day of Atonement. Outrage with Cracks Under the Ice. And Postmortem with Ready to Die. And you got that same kind of same thing as the first one on the back. That kind of look to it. Which on part 3 you don't have that. It just goes to that. More of a generic backing. Unfortunately. I wish I had the band photos on the back. But it is what it is. Alright, up next. We're going Satan's Revenge, man. Another banger. It has that same back photo type thing as the other ones. Another one on New Renaissance. You have Axe Hammer with Axe Hammer, banger of a song. Cerebus with Fight the Beast. Oh man, get that full length. Heavy Chains, Fighting with Satan. Cool song. Artillery, Deeds of Darkness. Oh man, it's got Desecration, dude. From I think these dudes are from, I want to say Arizona, but on the back it has the Bay Area, Knoll, California. So Enemy of Hell, I talked about them for a sec. Snakebite, Shadows of the Night. Hammerhead, Masters of Frustration. Monolith, Night of Outrage. Saintly Sinner with the Beast, and another Desecration song, Death's Revenge. Yeah, bangers. Especially Desecration, Artillery, Cerebus, Enemy. Yeah, all the songs, again, I feel like a lot of these comps could do no wrong. Like, there's no bad songs. Just killer shit. Alright, up next. Another classic from my youth. Bonsai Axe on Bonsai Records from Canada. Pretty cool, like double LP. Comes with like an EP inside. Gotta pull it out because it's got like cool pictures of the records and stuff on the full length. So you can see what you're getting here with Raven, Metallica, Venom, Slayer, Trouble, Gravedigger, Warfare. Side 2 with Overdrive, Tokyo Blade, Sortilege, Avenger, and Omen. This is like first time I heard a lot of these bands. You got the classic Bonsai logo there on the record. One of the best comps, man. And that comes with a bonus EP that has, I think, Avenger from Bloodsports, and got something else, Maniacs, and Avenger on here. Yeah, killer shit. One of the best compilations. There's another Omen song too, so that's cool. You got 2 Omen songs on here. Classic. But look at that cover, dude. That's so fucking sick. One of the best. I think Metallica just said come out with Ride of the Lightning. Yeah, Creeping Death's on here. Venom with Rip Ride, Trouble with the Tempter, Slayer, Evil Has No Boundaries, Raven, Humdrum and Quartered, Gravedigger with Heavy Metal Breakdown, Warfare with 2 Tribes, Mix. Who sang 2 Tribes? Who's that? Frankie Goes to Hollywood? Yeah, it's a cover. But it's a cool version. Obviously, Warfare came out with way better shit. But, Overdrive, Mission of Destruction, Tokyo Blade with Lightning Strike, and Sortilege with Metamorphose. Insane. Alright, up next. I did pull one of these just because probably might be my favorite, Metal Massacre. But yeah, man, this Metal Massacre 6. Straight banger. You got side 1. There's the fucking record. I'm gonna do a Metal Massacre like deep dive, like 1 through 10, with someone else. So, but I wanted to pull at least one. You got Possessed with Swing of the Axe, demo version. Nasty Savage, Triple X, Steel Assassin with Executioner, Mayhem with Tear Down the Walls, and 80'S, Easy Way Out, bangers. Hollow's Eve, Metal Merchants, Hyrax with Bombs of Death, Pathfinder, Dark Angel, Welcome to the Slaughterhouse. Oh, that version rips. The Obsessed is on here, and Martyr. Yeah, killer shit. One of the best for the Metal Massacre series. Just all straight bangers. Like I said, a lot of these are going to be the same. Alright, here's one of my favorites, dude. Satan's Revenge Part 2. Holy shit. Fucking rules. This is like one of the best compilations ever. Because you got, it's kind of teeters a fence between thrash and death metal at the time. It came out in '88 on New Renaissance. You start out with The Unsane with Necromaniac Forces, Ripping Corpse, The Unblessed, banger. Tempter, Death is for Burning, banger. Damien, Final Day, another banger. Sacred Death, No Life, and then Angkor Wat. Died Young. Side B, dude. Here we go. Necrovore with the Slaughtered Remains. Essential. Darkness from Germany, Armageddon. Fuck yeah. Severe Warning. It's Not Easy to Be the Antichrist. Such a banger of a track. Morbid Angel, Thy Kingdom Come from the demo. And Vacant Grave, another banger with Eternal Nightmare. Yeah, I mean, one of the best comps ever, in my opinion. Just because it had those death metal tracks on it. All right. Now we're going to go to Noise Records with the Metal Attack Volume 1. I don't know if there was a Volume 2, but this had Running Wild, Sinner, Celtic Frost, Halloween, Gravedigger, and Warrant. Yeah. Whew. Banger, dude. Great tracks. Gravedigger, it's got 2 tracks with Shine On and Tears of Blood. Running Wild with Diabolic Force. Halloween, Murderer. Side B, Warrant, Scavenger's Daughter. Sinner, Danger Zone, and Celtic Frost has 2 tracks. Dethroned Emperor and Morbid Tales. They say unreleased tracks, so I'm not too sure about the Celtic Frost. I don't know if they're different than the regular EP or not, but just a great comp I got. And Metal came out on, what was that? Metal Attack. So that was a Metal Hammer magazine put this out, which is interesting. Alright, and then we got the Essential Speed Kills comp. You got Hollow's Eve with Metal Merchants. Maiden meets Progressive Thrash. Legendary. Exodus, A Lesson in Violence. Raw Energy, but tighter than Dave Reynolds' wallet. Music to Nuke Cities too. The comments on there are hilarious. I'm going to show you the inside of this one too because it's sick. Destruction on here. Bestial Invasion. Speed. Total Speed. Horrid, but amazing. Bulldozer with Resurrection of the Living Damned. Total Venom clones. I don't think so. But better production than Venom. I don't know if it's better. Metallica, Ride the Lightning. Oh, sorry, Fight Fire with Fire. Best track on Ride the Lightning. No commercial wimp out here. Slayer, Evil Has No Boundaries. Live. Unreleased live version by Speed's Greatest Demigods. Possessed, Pentagram, The New Gods. Total Thrash Mayhem. Intense. Exciter. Riders from Darkness. New song by Canada's #1 power metalers. Venom, Black Metal, new version. So it's a different version on here, I guess. Alternate, brand new version of a classic. Total Mayhem. Voivod with War and Pain. Raw, but total death. Love, or Fuck Off and Die. Megadeth, Rattlehead. Progressive Thrash? Question mark. Technical Thinking Man's favorite thrash band. And Celtic Frost, Into the Crypts Arrays. Euro Thrash, once a joke. These guys now kick serious ass. And then it's got like a history of speed metal down here, so. But yeah, the very best in speed metal. Essential comp, I've got 1 through 3. Probably get 4 at some point. I don't need it, but you know, just to have it. Here's one of my another one of my favorites. This is Death Comp on Metal Blade Records. Complete Death, man. And this is, I think this is when they're releasing their Death Records. Yeah, this is on Death Records. So I think Metal Blade decided they were going to do a Death Records like side label that had like maybe heavier bands on it or something, or like more crossover stuff. I'm honestly not too sure what they were doing, but this comp blew me away when I was a kid because it had 2 new DRI songs on it that I loved. Beer break. DRI, 5-year plan. Different version of the record. Smokes. Dr. No, amazing from the album This Island Earth. Burn. Mentors, Sleep Bandit. From You Asked For It. I was just watching something on El Duce today. I gotta watch that documentary too, but it's a good song. Insolence. They got nothing. It just says brand new band. I think Insolence were from Australia. Insolence. We're Insolence. Probably put this comp on now, seeing as though this one's over. But killer fast hardcore track. Not really crossover, I would say, but I guess you could call it crossover. It's just really just a fast track. It's pretty cool that Drew Elliott kind of crossed over into Metal Blade, which is cool for him. And then Corrosion of Conformity, Lost for Words. And then side 2, you got DRI with Fun and Games. Beyond Possession, Deadly Messages, killer track. Civilian Terrorists with I'm Not. Ugly Americans, The Bad, The Worst, and The Ugly Americans. Cool song. And then Depression kills it with Endless Armies at the end. I think that's a band from Australia. Not Insolence. But yeah, that Depression song fucking rips. Total crushing, hardcore, crusty fucking ripper. Oh man, another one of my favorites. Bullets. This was a Combat Records kind of like comp that came out that was like super cheap. It was like $6 or something. Had like new songs by Megadeth and stuff. But this is one of my favorite comps because, yeah, you've got on here, you've got Megadeth with Peace Cells, but a different version, different mix, and the album version, Smokes. Agnostic Front, Eliminator, Agent Steel with Mad Locust Rising, Crumbsuckers, Bullshit Society, Impaler with Bloodbath, Hellstar, Remnants of War, Possessed, Phantasm, different version, just crushes. Abattoir with Hammer of the Gods, and Dark Angel with Burning of Sodom, which is another different mix version. It's worth it for the Megadeth, Possessed, and Dark Angel songs. The other songs are just gravy on top of the biscuit, man. Because the rest of this record just fucking smokes. On the great Combat labels. I'll probably put this to the side, jam this if we get to it. I don't even know if you guys can hear this. So I'm thinking you guys can because it's my phone, but who knows. Alright. Speaking of Speed Kills, we got Speed Kills 2. Maybe a little bit better than Speed Kills 1, in my opinion. Starts out with Agent Steel, The Calling, Agents of Steel. The Hot Tips. The Hot Tips for Fame in 86 with the True Speed from their debut offering. Yeah, Agent Steel was never the hot tip for Fame, but Razor's on here, Evil Invaders. First time I heard Razor was on here. Canadian's Answer to Slayer. Immense guitar and vocal sound. Bathory with Possessed. A Swedish one-man Blur, Zero Melody. Halloween's on there again with Ride the Sky. They're not mere Maiden clones. One of Europe's most talented and original speed merchants. Living Death with Hellpike Remix. Great new version from a band at first spoiled by lousy production. Sodom, Sepulchral Voice. the highest velocity band in the known universe. Shame the drummer got left behind. Whiplash with Warmonger, Intense Offering from one of 86 best thrash LPs. I don't disagree with that. Iron Angel with Rush of Power, Doesque Metal, Controlled by Mayhem. Destructor with Pounding Evil, new version. Brand new version for Speed Kills 2 only. One of the best songs on Maximum Destruction. Banger of a record. Onslaught, Fight with the Beast, the best thrash band in the UK. In the Slayer mold, but Onslaught totally kill. Yes, they did. Brain Fever remix, special remix for this album from one of Europe's most distinctive high energy bands. Probably my least favorite song on the record. Not a big Brain Fever fan. And then Anthrax with Gung Ho. Time to mosh, kiddies. The kings of US speed metal. So, killer stuff. I'm pretty sure this stuff was like made, I think Dave Constable. It is kind of like a Metal Forces type of compilation. But it never says that, so. Alright, what's next? Oh, this is a cool one, man. We got the Scandinavian Metal Attack. Obviously, you got Thrash on here, Oz, Bathorays. Who's on here? Snow, Zero Mine, and Spitfire. So, I mean, yeah, good comp, a lot of speedy metal on here, but I mean, you're really getting this comp for the Bathory songs, right? I think they were like the demo versions. This is technically considered Bathory's demo. They had never had anything out until they were on this comp. And what you get here is... Oh, it doesn't have the songs. Okay, let's take a look. Bathory was Sacrifice, and I think they have 2 songs on here. The Return of the Darkness and Evil. Yeah, so you get 2 Bathory songs on here. Oz is Fire in the Brain, fucking banger. Thrash with Watch Out. Spitfire's on here. 09. I think the Oz and Bathory are the best. I like the Thrash stuff too, but yeah, man. Good comp, really good comp. Kind of had to mention it though, because I remember getting this at like, I got this at some weird, like, not a flea market, but it was like a massive garage sale where everybody like in Fremont puts out their stuff back in the, I want to say mid 90s. And there was a guy that must have had a record store. He had metal shirts and all these records. And I snagged this. I think it's still had to pay $5 for it, but not too bad, honestly, for the history of it. Really good comp. Classic. And then, yeah, you gotta have Doomsday News in here, man. With Halloween, Celtic Frost, Creator, Voivod. Yeah, banger. Scanners on here. The Rage song is sick. Death Row, Scattered by the Wind, fucking banger. Coroner. Man, Arrogance in Uniform. Tankard, Total Addiction. Sabbath, Hosanna, and Exodus. Yeah, Vendetta's on here as well. Vendetta's fucking sick. Celtic Frost with Mesmerized. Creator After the Attack, and Voivod with Cockroaches. So really good noise records come up. I have part 2 as well, but I feel like this one's like the essential kind of noise records comp from back in the day. I mean, obviously we already talked about Metal Attack, and I think Death Metal was on Noise too. Those are also awesome. I didn't pull death metal, but I do on there. Man, I'm gonna talk about this one for a minute. Eastern Front, live at Ruthie's Inn, so Bay Area compilation, and this one goes hard, dude. I remember getting this as a kid. You have the East Bay fucking graffiti, which is awesome. East Bay down here as well. It's fucking cool, man. So you still got the graffiti on here to represent the Bay Area. Side one. So volume 1 is all live tracks, mainly taken from the Easter Live at Ruthie's Inn concert series where they did some outdoor shows and whatnot. But you have DRI with Yes Mama, Soup Kitchen, Violence does Gutter Slut, Hex, Edge of Death, Sentinel Beast with Dogs of War, Side 2, Raw Power with Fuck Authority, Laws Rocket with Awesome, Fura with War, Tyrannicide, banger, Unknown Soldier, Forbidden Evil, aka Forbidden, with March into Fire, and Morally Bankrupt with Malinger with the Devil. Live sites. Those first record is fucking the banger, dude. But then you get to volume 2, and they're all demo tracks from these Bay Area bands. So you get these demo tracks on vinyl, and this came out in '86, I believe. Yeah. You get side 1 with Sacrilege, aka Sacrilege BC, with Skin to Life, amazing. Anti-Mob with So What's Up, cool song. Ruffians, little heavy metal there with Run for Cover. Heathen with Goblin's Blade. Death Angel, Mistress of Pain. Chronic Plague with the Inquisition, banger. Legacy, aka Testament with Reign of Terror. Bloodbath was fucking sick. Self-titled Messiah, The Tempter, Blind Illusion, Smash the Crystal, and Aftermath, Win Lose or Draw. Yeah, man. Classic Bay Area fucking compilation. Obviously, Ruthie's Inn was a huge underground venue for these bands to play at the time. So, yeah, man. Great shit. Great comp. There's another name for that comp, too, that came out, I think in the UK. It's under a different name. But I can't remember. And then here comes Hell Comes to Your House. This is a record I always wanted when I was a kid. I could never find it, maybe until like I was in my late 20s. I actually ended up finding it. This is on, I think it's on Music for Nations, yeah. But side 1, you've got Man-O-War with Blood of My Enemies, classic. Exciter, Violence and Force, Anthrax, Death Rider, Earthshaker with Wall, Hellion with Break the Spell, Loudness, Esper, Metallica, Creeping Death, Hellstar with Burning Star, The Rods, Hurricane. Why are the Rods always on shit? Rods suck. Tsunami with Firewater, Earthshaker with Young Girls, and Alaska with the Sorcerer. I don't know Alaska. I think Earthshaker, Tsunami. Earthshaker was a Japanese band. They were okay. Tsunami, I believe, was Bay Area. And then there was another band on there. Oh, 2 Earthshaker songs. Pretty sure Earthshaker was from Japan, but correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, killer comp, killer cover. This cover always scared me when I was a kid for some reason, because it had less pig monster. Alright, last one. It's speed metal with another Drew Elliott cover. And this just is, again, more songs off the Metal Blade compilations, I believe. I love the fucking hype sticker there. You got Slayer, Evil's No Boundaries, Hollow's Eve, Metal Merchants, Hyrax, Lightning and Thunder, Voivod with Voivod, Omen, Termination, that's a banger of a song. Celtic Frost with Visual Aggression, Destruction, Invincible Force, Sodom, Blasphemer, Bloodlust with Tear It Up, banger, and Cryptic Slaughter with Low Life. So you get kind of an all-in-one here. Yeah, man, killer fucking comp. Definitely goes pair to pair with the Total Destruction comp I showed earlier. Just killer songs off the Metal Blade catalog. Alright, last one, and then we're calling it. And this one is the Wild Bunch, the only cassette. This has 18 tracks on it. 18 Metal Masters. So this was this version is you could only get if you ordered it from Hit Parader magazine back in '85, I believe. This is the red shell version, which is apparently impossible to get, according to Discogs. I found this at like Goodwill or something, honestly. I found it at a thrift store. Almost didn't buy it, but I mean, you've got really good tracks on here. You got Q5. Who else is on here? Raven, Shock Paris, Omen's on here, Agent Steel, Castle Black, Laz Rocket, Anthrax, Black Lace, Lizzie Borden, just such bangers on this. Learen, Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper has a song on here, Suck It and See. I think it was only on their demo, so got a Grim Reaper demo track on here. Megadeth Chosen Ones, Antics with Days Gone By, cool track. Possessed with Burning in Hell. Jag Panzer with Eyes of the Night. Again, another demo only track from their 86 demo. Was that Jag Panzer track. Tease with Party Hardy, cool track. Abattoir with Ace of Spades. And Slayer with At Dawn They Sleep. What a closer, dude. What a fucking closer for the Hit Parader fucking compilation. But yeah, just a mix of like heavy metal, power metal, speed metal, thrash metal. Killer track, man. I give Hit Parader like props for coming out with this in 85 or 86, whenever it came out. 86, came out in 86, so yeah, props to Hit Parader for coming out with this. And again, this was, you can only get this if you did a mail order for it. And the yellow cassettes are available. I guess they sold those in the store, but the red was mail order only, so you had to like send away a coupon for it in the magazine. I'll put it, I'm gonna connect it so you guys can listen to it, and somebody put the ad on there as well, so that's cool. You can see what it said. I have a bunch of Hit Paraders, but the one I had out here is from 84, and yeah, too early. So killer track listing on that. Yeah, all these are bangers. So yeah, we grew up on these, and these, you know, we didn't have the internet, obviously. We had to listen to these compilations to find out what to buy next. So cheers, guys. Just wanted to go through those comps and talk about them a little bit. Appreciate you guys. Try to come back with something sooner next time, but I mean, I could do it. I did get a lot of stuff in, so maybe next week I'll do something. We'll see. But I mean, we'll do what we can, man. If I feel like doing a video, I do a video. So, all right, guys. Cheers. Peace out.